How's it going, everybody? My name is Zach Legier, and today I have a 2018 Porsche GT3 991.2. So this being the .2, you get that 4-liter flat 6 motor, these beautiful center lock wheels, 4-piston caliper in the rear with this massive carbon ceramic 6-piston caliper in the front, again with the center locks. Super cool touch GT3 on the wheel. Like I said, this car is just so beautiful in this Miami blue color. We have these big air ducts right here, front of the grille. Same thing right here, this mesh grilling. Super cool headlights. Such a beautiful car. And a cool little thing, these flip up to open them. We have this soft touch leather, these carbon bucket seats, GT3 carbonized right here, Porsche floor mats. These seats are just super aggressive, Porsche symbol on the top. Such a cool little touch. Yes, and this one does have the 6-speed manual gearbox. A cool little thing Porsche added right there. We got 2 cups that we can throw right there, cup holders, carbon fiber, more soft touch leather. The whole roof is Alcantara. Coming around back, these ram air to shoot all that air going into that 500 horsepower flat 6. This one does have full headers and a full titanium exhaust. GT3 on the rear, so you know this thing does mean business. More mesh grilling to cool the engine off. This big classic GT3 wing is just so magnificent. We have more mesh grilling right here, airflow coming right out. Same thing with the bottom. Like I said, this car being Miami blue. We'll go ahead, take a seat. Just gotta kind of slip in these bucket seats, close the door. Such a gorgeous car. Now these are aftermarket stitching or aftermarket cloth seats. These came out of the 911R. He had them custom done. Same thing with this shift knob, but super smooth shifting. Just like that GT3, we have our sport suspension, our driving assisting, and then traction control right there. Our exhaust valves to open and close, and our front nose lift. I mean, this is just such a gorgeous car. GT3 on the dash. Once we take the key out, just like pretty much every other Porsche, matches the color of the car. Go ahead, throw it in right here. Turn it on. We can hear that 6-cylinder right behind our head. Because this is rear engine, super cool. We can see that massive wing right through the glass. Like I said, Alcantara roof. Super cool. These seats are really comfortable as far as just support, and I can see how it can become uncomfortable after a little bit of driving, but just overall, very comfortable. Steering wheel, I honestly would prefer Alcantara over leather, but it still fits perfect in your hand. Gear selector, perfect right there. And like pretty much every other Porsche, we have our time right there, a little clock. There's a lot of settings. We can view our track time and all of that, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure how to do that. So to pop our frunk, here we'll go ahead, shut the car off, pull the key out. To pop our front trunk is right here. To pop our rear, there's really not much you can see, so we're not gonna go ahead and pop it. We are not going to pop it. So you just lift up on that, lift up on that. These super cool pedals which very race car oriented. Clutch feels very light, surprisingly. And yeah, more Alcantara on the door panel. Like I said, carpet down here for your floor. We have a Bose speaker system, but I don't know about you guys. I want to listen to that, not any music. Just such a cool car. I do like the Porsche symbol right here, along with the steering wheel. It's not like very big in your face. It's very just symmetrical with the car, if that makes sense. And as far as it looks with the GT3, very perfect. This thing revs all the way up to about 9,000 RPM, which is absolutely absurd. Like I said, very comfortable from where your arm sits right here to where you shift. You go up. Very comfortable. As far as reverse, it's over. And I'm just very stoked to drive this. We have I think this came with the smoking package, so we do have a cigarette lighter right here, and then our ashtray. But if you are smoking in a GT3, I hate you. Porsche little CD player right here. Our little screen. Very cool. So I know you guys have been waiting for it. Let's go take this thing for a spin. All right, everybody, we are in the car. And so far, from my first impressions, super easy to drive. Like I said, clutch isn't really that stiff. And shifting is it kind of guides you on where to go.
I took you down the construction.
Yeah, I know.
Now you get to see how supple
Just
or not supple
driving.
Make sure you put your teeth close together so we can hear them click. It's not as bad as the RS is a lot stiffer though.
Yeah, definitely. I can feel the difference with that.
And it is adjustable. The
suspension settings.
Yeah, you can, if you put sport mode on, it's quite a bit of a difference. I don't ever turn it on the street.
Yeah, just the sport mode.
Yeah.
Dude, throttle control.
So yeah, the sport button, all it does is gives you throttle blip. Yeah, left here. And you can get on it pretty good here because this one opens up.
All right. Power's definitely there.
Motorcycle guy before cars, and yeah, that's the best way I can describe it. Is like as the
just building as you go through the RPMs.
Because you usually only get that like a big bike, you know.
You know, it's definitely quick, but it I don't know if it's just driving. It doesn't really feel. I'm kind of comparing it to like the cars I've driven.
Yes.
But it's definitely one of the faster, but it just feels a little bit. Like not slow, but
no, and it's not. It does not feel as fast as many of the things that are available.
Yeah.
The other thing it does differently that it is quite odd, especially compared to a turbocharged car, and everything's turbocharged now.
Yeah.
You know, so like your car, the way the torque hits, you feel the shove from the very beginning when you first open the throttle. This, since it builds so slowly, well, however you want to talk about it, whether it be slowly or just progressively towards redline. That big shove doesn't really come until 6,500 RPM, and then by that point you're so concerned with like when am I going to grab the next gear, especially since it's the first time you've driven it. You know, you drive it a few more times and then you get a little more familiar with it. That comes on and you start to expect it, so then you can enjoy the trip to redline. But the other thing too is it's geared so tall that you're already doing like you're breaking every law by the time you're at the top of second gear. So that's the other thing you're dealing with is how much can I push this? Because it's that's the only thing I would say in the PDK's favor is that you find yourself shifting more often because it's so much more accessible. Whereas this, like, you're out of the power band like that.
It definitely sounds amazing.
Oh man, yeah.
Like just.
It's awesome, isn't it?
too.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd ever hit that button, but I guess it's there in case you don't want to F your clutch up.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't like having the car do it for me.
Well, and it does a lot of rev hang too when you turn it on.
Yeah.
Which I don't like at all. Well, there's already enough rev hang as it is, and then you add that to it.
Yeah.
But
like every other European manual car, the pedals are all the way to the right on this thing.
Yeah. So you feel like you're...
Yeah, I know. Like this seat is just... The seat does do a good job of kind of angling your feet though to it.
Yeah, no. I really like the pedals. I was very happy after that.
The numeric aftermarket. I mean, I feel like that's a very underlooked mod too.
Yeah.
Because that kind of builds your whole driving experience.
Oh yeah. And they're the aluminum ones, whereas the ones from the factory were plastic. You can get the aluminum in the RS. You can't get it in the standard GT3, which I find to be a bit weird, since it's the only one you can get with the manual. So you would think they would want to give you all the tactile sensations.
Yeah, exactly. You do get quite a bit of droning though with the exhaust.
Oh yeah. And so the good thing about it, with it being the manual, you can kind of keep it in whatever gear you find appropriate. I was not disappointed at that, because everything I had heard advertised was, oh, no drone, no drone, no drone.
Yeah.
And I got the street kit, which is the one that's catted, and I got the street muffler, but the one I had before was super drony. Like if this is bad, oh man, this is nothing compared to what it was before.
It's like I can't even get it to 8,000 RPM without doing.
Yes. Yeah, in third gear it tops out at 120.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it's very near to 120. I think it's like between 111 and 116. So first gear is fun. Second gear is a ticket. Third gear is jail. It's
all the rest are.
Yeah, all the rest are useless unless you're. Yeah, so this is my admission.
Oh, you're just like
so I keep that on there as a token of what has happened in here, of course.
It's cool how you get the car on the screen.
Oh yeah. So they give you
good taste in music too.
That's my daughter's favorite songs right now.
A Man in the Box.
Yeah, I got a video of her singing it in her little sunglasses in her car seat.
Yeah, you put a car seat in here, don't you?
Yeah. So to take her to car shows, that was a funny thing. Was they originally in the manual, it says you can't put a car seat in the carbon buckets.
Yeah.
But then they sent out a amendum to that, but it was disguised in a recall notice. So because of the engine fire problems that were in the .1s, I left it on my counter, and it was one of those out of sight, out of minds. I'm just not going to open it, because here am I about to find out I'm going to have to take this thing to the dealer, and it's going to suck,
like 6 months, yeah.
So I was just like, I'm not going to open it. My wife comes in, hey, what's this? Opens it, hands it to me. She's like, I think you want to read this. I'm like, no, I really don't. And I read it, and sure enough, it's just a notice saying, like, we highly recommend you don't put a car seat in it, but if you're going to,
you can.
Here's how.
Yeah.
So man, that's awesome. So the next day, it was a Friday, I was off. Put my daughter in it, we went for a ride. Yeah, it's awesome.
Sweet.
Yeah. She's doing, like I said, she's 2.5, so.
I mean, hey, this is a hell of a car to pull up to preschool.
Man, yeah. Not one to soon forget that, right? This is Patterson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so this is the front little road. Yeah.
I guess we're going here. This is like the worst time to do this, too.
Oh, yeah. Get behind a box truck.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Perfect. It just sounds so good.
Motorsport vibe,
Yeah. Of course, we get stuck behind
the one box truck.
Yeah. Just give them some. Speed limit is 25.
Right.
So.
We were doing that. For all the YouTubers out there. There's so much grip.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got a passing lane here. You got him.
Just go for it.
Yep.
Exhaust clips.
Heck yeah, man. It's gonna be awesome.
It just handles so well.
Oh yeah.
Finally, I get to like actually kind of push a car that
Yes.
on some back roads.
Heck yeah, man.
Hear the sand being tossed in the.
That's right. There is no sound deadening.
Yeah. It's so cool how the motor is literally right behind your head.
Oh yeah. And even stock without exhaust, they have it measured at the driver's ear. It's 110 dBs.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's
So they say it's like they should probably wear earplugs when you drive it.
so you know it's a race car.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, we lost them back there.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Oh yeah, I can kind of feel it where it, it picked up.
And you know, it coaxes you into. That's all right. We didn't need that gear.
Yeah. Third left the chat.
That's right.
I mean, I can't even imagine this thing on a track.
Yeah, that's right. Soon. The Dragon is going to be fun.
Oh yeah, Tail of the Dragon.
I'm still going to have to, you know, keep it in check since we're on public roads. You know, it's like that part's the only part that's terrifying. And then if you make a mistake, you're off the side of a mountain.
Oh yeah, just.
And all I keep hearing is that everybody's like, "Oh, there's some fast guys going." I'm like, "Well, you know, I've never been. It's not like not like I'm gonna get to go that fast."
Man, this is a fun car though.
You like it?
It's very like, it goes where you want it to go.
Oh yeah. And the great thing about a 911 is that you get scared, you know, and you press the brake, right? Well, the good thing about, well, other than the fact that they had the nickname the Widowmaker because they would pendulum around and scare the hell out of you, but
So honestly, we'll just run it with the windows down so you can hear the exhaust.
oh yeah.
That would be sick. All right. Should be good.
Let the horses ring.
Yeah, let the.
This is crazy. And you can't get that sound with the turbo anymore.
No.
That's just. Yeah, the seats hold you
Yeah,
still.
definitely do.
I want to put a cage and a harness in it.
You think?
I want to, but there's parts of me that like I don't want to lose the everydayness of it.
Yeah.
cars, but the synchronizers are quite noisy.
Yeah.
But it's just got so many revs, you know?
Yeah. Like, I'm just shifting for the sound of it.
Yeah, right?
That is cool how it has four-wheel steering. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So they introduced it. It's not even an option. I think it's like every single one of them has.
Really?
Yeah. I could be wrong, but I'm fairly certain it's
I'm gonna rub that in my neighbor's face. Oh, that's four-wheel steering.
There he goes.
Man, this car is just, it's like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's so like instant on everything you do. The shifting's instant, steering's instant. The grip of the car is just insane. Oh, we gotta please refuel.
You didn't add enough gas, is what it's saying. Oh, that's the thing. You can get this car with a, this has the 20, I want to say 22 gallon extended range fuel tank. I could be wrong. Yeah, I think it's 22 gallons though.
22 gallons?
Yeah, 22. He's not running radar. You're fine. Yeah, that's a very accurate radar detector, so you're good. But you can get, it'll get almost 30 to the gallon on the highway.
Really?
Yeah. So I average, if I'm cruising around at 65, 70, it'll do closer to 30 miles to the gallon. And with the tank completely full, you can get over 500 miles on a tank.
Really?
Which is just stupid. The idea behind it is that you can fill up before you go to the track
and
beat it to death, and then not have to buy fuel there, you know, so because it's way more expensive.
Oh yeah, it's stupid expensive.
But I mean, it just adds so much weight when you do it. You can feel the front end get heavy. So I filled it up one time, and it was back when gas started to get super expensive.
Yeah.
Actually, I take that back twice, when they said that we weren't going to have any gas. And I thought, well,
oh yeah, that whole thing.
Jeez, yeah. So I have a picture from that day, and I pulled up, and there was a C8.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that.
Yeah.
That orange one, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was just some old guy. And I was like, well, have you heard? And he said, man, I'm supposed to be going all the way to South Carolina.
Not anymore.
Did you hear that it's supposed to be not having any gas? And I said, well, I think that's supposed to be the case. And, well, I guess I'm going to fill it up now and find out.
It's so cool to look in the rear view and you just see Porsche on that huge wing.
Just wing.
I mean, the GT3 RS wing is even more absurd.
Yeah. Crazy, right? I just love it too that it serves one other function, which is when you have a truck coming behind you and their headlights are just right in your rearview mirror.
Oh, it blocks it.
Yeah, it blocks all of that.
Pays $200,000
yes,
for
there it is.
a light block
Yes,
for trucks
it,
on the
yeah.
highway. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. We ran some back roads and it was fun. Thank you.